bani bani ba ma bani ni ba ma ba ma ga ma ba za ga ma bani ba ba ma ga ma pa pa ni ba ma ba ni ba ma ba ma ga ma ba za ga ma bani ba ba ma ga ma ba za sa ma ga ma ba ma ni sa ga ma bani ba ma ga ma bani za ni za ba bani ma ba ga ma bani ba ma ga ma bani ma bani za ga ni za ba bani ma ba ga ni ba ma ga ma bani ma bani za ga ma ga za ni bani za ga ma bani za ga ma ga za za ni ba ma ba ba ma ga za ni za ga ma Sri Radha Mahadangita Mundeshwari Narayani Jayagautu Gauri Niragregadaruda Kamarajanaranaya Marari Bhuja Durandharati Kridarajaduni Babani Bani Bama Bani Niba Gama Gama Basa Gama Bani Bama Gama Gama Basa Sama Gama Bama Gama Bani Nisa Gama Bani Bama Gama Bani Sa Nini Sa Babani Mama Gama Bani Gama Gama Bani Ma Bani Sa Bani Sa Ga Ma Bani Bani Sa Gama Bani Sa Gama Bani Sa Ga Ni Bama Bama Ma Gani Sa Gama Matangi अंबिके माये हरि के सजाए 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 पा गम गजनी बनी सबनी अंबिके माये हरि के सजाए गमनी मगजनी गम बनी जगे नी ग मगजनी स गम अंबिके माये हरि के सजाए बम बम गम गजनी स गम गम बनी जनी स बनी म गम अंबिके माये हरि के सजाए नि बनी म बनी ग म बनी बजनी नि ब म ब म ब ग नि बनी धनी ब म ग स ग म बनी ज ग नि ज बनी म ग म बनी ज ग ग ज नि ब म अंबिके माये हरि के सजाए अंबिके नि ज ग ज नि बनी ज नि प ज नि ब म अंबिके नि ज म म ग ज नि ज ग ग नि ज ब नि ज ज नि नि ब म अंबिके नि ब ग म ब ग ब ग म नि म ब ग म ज ग ज ग म अंबिके म म ग ज ब म म ग ज नि ब म म ग ज ज नि ब म ज ग म अंबिके नि ग म ब नि ग म ब ज नि ब ग नि ब ग ब ग ज ग म अंबिके नि ज ग म ग ज नि ब नि ज ग ज नि ब म ब नि ज नि ब ज नि नि ब म अंबिके नि 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 ज नि नि ब म ग म ब नि ज नि ब म ग ब ग नि नि ब म ग म ज म ग ज ब नि ज ब म ग ज ब ब म ग ज ग ब म ब ग म ग नि ब नि म ब म ज नि ज ब नि ब ग ज ग नि ज नि ज म ग म ग ज नि ब नि ज ग म ग ज नि ब ग ज नि ब म ब नि ज ma pa ni ma ga sa ni pa ma ga ma pa ni sa ga ma ni sa ga ambike. महागणपते पालय शुमा महागणपते पालय शुमा महागणपते पालय शुमा महागणपते पालय शुमा मायामय वल्लभपते श्री 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 महागणपते पालय शुमा महानटनारायणी महानटनारायणी नंदन महानटनारायणी नंदन महानटनारायणी नंदन मानिक देव देवकी नंदन महानटनारायणी नंदन मानिक देव देवकी नंदन महेश्वर गुरु गुह भक्त चंदन महेश्वर गुरु गुह भक्त चंदन मादंग वदनेन्द्र विवंदन महागणपते महेश्वर गुरु गुह भक्त चंदन मादंग वदनेन्द्र विवंदन महागणपते पालय शुमा मायामय वल्लभपते श्री महागणपते पालय शुमा.
That was a composition in Raga Natanarayani, composition of Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar, set to Aditala.
परम पुरुषं हृदय भावयतं 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 परम पुरुषं मुरलीनाद विवृतधर मुरलीनाद विवृतधर मुरलीनाद विवृतधर मुरलीनाद विवृतधर परललित पंचमं मुरलीनाद विवृतधर परललित पंचमं परम पुरुषं हृदय भावयतं परम पुरुषं देवकी वसुदेवादि देवकी वसुदेवादि दिव्य पुण्य निधयं देवकी वसुदेवादि दिव्य पुण्य निधयं अमरावण निरतमचितम् अम्बुदाकृतिम् अमरावण निरतमचितम् अम्बुदाकृतिम् पावन धरणिधनयो बाधविरजित लीलो पावन धरणिधनयो बाधविरजित लीलो पावन धरणिधनयो बाधविरजित लील सेवकभीष्टदायकं चिरदजन भासुरं सेवकभीष्टदायकं चिरदजन भासुरं परम पुरुषं हृदय भावयतं परम पुरुषं मभमगरि सरिग परम पुरुषं दनि जनि द मभमगरि सा सरिग परम पुरुषं निज नि मद गम सरि सरि गम गमगरि सरि गम निज रिज नि द मभमगरि सरिग परम पुरुषं सरि गमगरि जनि द मदनि जरि जनि द मभमगरि सरिग परम पुरुषं तदरि निदरि निदनि दनि रम पमगम दनि दर निदरि गमगरि सा निदम पमग सरि परम पुरुषं मम मम दम पमगरि सरि गम दम पमग गमनि दम पमगरि सरि गम दनि दर दनि दम मगमदनि दर सदनि मद गमदनि दनि 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 दर मम पमगमदनि दर निदरि दरि दनि दरि दगरि दनि दरि दनि दरि गरि दनि दगरि दरि दनि दनि मदनि दगमद दरि दरि गमदनि दरि सरि गम गमग गमग गरि दरि गरि गरि दनि दरि दरि दनि नि दनि दगरि मामग गरि दगरि गरि दनि दरि निदम पमग रि मग सरि ग परम पुरुषं हृदय भावय तम
That was a composition in the raga Lalita Panchamam, a composition of Maharaja Sri Swati Tirunal, set to Adithala. Sorry, set to Khanda Chapada.
माँ जानकी चटपटग 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 महाराजु देवी माँ जानकी चटपटग महाराजु देवी माँ चटपटग महाराजु माँ जानकी चटपटग राजा राजा रावणारियानि तरिल्लुगे माँ जानकी चटपटग महाराजु देवी माँ जानकी चटपटग कान के ज्ञान मिरग माया कर कान के ज्ञान मिरग माया कर मुनि चिशिगी जंडनेयुंडी कान के ज्ञान मिरग माया कर मुनि चिशिगी ಯುಂಡಿ ದಾನವು ನಿರಡನೆ ಜನಿ ಅಶೋಕ ತರು ಮೂಲ ದಾನವು ನಿರಡನೆ ಜನಿ ಅಶೋಕ ತರು ಮೂಲ ವಾಣಿ ಮಾಟಲಗು వాణి మాటలకు గొప్పగించి కంట వాణి మాటలకు వాణి మాటలకు గొప్పగించి కంట వాణి మాటలకు గొప్పగించి కంట వాణి మాటలకు గొప్పగించి కంట వాదిగిను జగనే నుండి వాణి మాటలకు గొప్పగించి కంట వాదిగించగనే నుండి శ్రీనాయక యశముని గల్గ జయలేద త్యాగ రాజపరిపాల్ శ్రీనాయక యశముని గల్గ జయలేద త్యాగ రాజపరిపాల్ జడపటగ महाराजु वैरी जानकी चटबटग राज राजवर राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राज राजवर राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राज राजवर राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राज राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राज राजीवाक्ष विनु राज राज राजवर राजीवाक्ष ராஜீவக வினு ராஜ ரகஜ வர ராஜீவக வினு ராஜ ராஜ 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 வினு ராஜ 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 வினு ராஜ ராஜீவக வினு ராஜ 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 ராஜ நித பம ராஜ ராஜ வர தசதி சரி நித பதம ராஜ ராஜ வர சதி கச பத சப ராஜ ராஜ வர தனி த பத மக ம ராஜ ராஜ வர தசரி கரி பத சரி ஜனி த ம ராஜ ராஜ வர த கரி ஜனி நித ப ச பனி த ம ராஜ ராஜ தசரி சகரி பத சரி நித நித பத ம ராஜ ராஜ நித பம தப மக மக பம தப ராஜ ராஜ த நித பத கரி த நித ப நித ம ராஜ ராஜ ரி க ம கரி சரி கரி த ரி த நித த நித ப நித ம ராஜ ராஜ நித ப ம கரி ச நி ப த ச ரி க ம ப த ச த நித ப ம ராஜ ராஜ ரி 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 த கரி ரி த நித ப த ரி கரி ரி சரி க ம கரி ச த த த த த த ரி க ம கரி சரி கரி த நித த சரி நித ப த ச நித ப ம க ப ம கரி ச நி ப த சரி க ம ப த ப ம ப த நித ச நித ப ம ராஜ ராஜ வர த த நி த நி த த த நித 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 நிப நித ம க ம ப த நித ம க ம பத நித பத நித த த த த த பத நித த த த த ப நித ப ப ப ம த ப ம ம க ம ப த நித த த நித நிப நித ப ம ப த ப ம க ப ம க ரி க ம ப நித த த நித ம ப நித த da 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 ni da da ba 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 da ba ba ma 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 ba ba ma ma ga ba ma ba da ni da da sa ti sa ni da ba da sa ni da ba ma ba ni da ba ma di ga ma ba ni da దశ నిరవ దని దవమ పద వమ గమ పదిద దచ్చరి జని దవ దచ్చని దవమ ని దవమ రి గమ పనిద దశ గది దని 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 దవ దని పని దవ గమ పదనిద da ni da ba ma ga ma pa da ni da da sa ni da ba ma ga ma pa da ni da re sa ni da ba ma ga ma pa ni da da ni da ba ma pa ni da da ni da ba ga ma pa da ni da da ni da ba ga ma pa da ni da gama badanida ma gama banida sabadanida risadanida garizadnida garizadnida nida daba pama maga pama daba nida niba dama baga mari gama gari daba gasari gama basari gama badasani daba dasa da 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 ba da 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 ni ba da 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 ri da 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 ri da ga ri da 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 ri 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 da ga ri da da ni da ba da da ri da da ri ga ma ga ma ga ma ga ri ga ma ga ma ga 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 ma ga 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 ma ga 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 ma ga ga ri ga ma ga sa ri ba ma ga da da ri ba ma ri ga ma ga ma ga ma ri ga ma 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 ri ga ri ga ri ga da ri da ri da ri da 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 di di da ri da ri ga ri ga ma ga ma ri ga da ri da da ma da pa da 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 ri da ri ga ri ga ma ma ga da ri da ni ni da ma ga ba da ri ga ma ga ri ga ma ba da ri ga ri sa ri ga ma ba da ri sa ni da pa ma ga ri sa ri ga ma pa da da ri ga ma ri ga sa ri da da pa da ri ga ri da ni da ga ri da ni da ri da ni da ba ga ri da ni da ri da ni da ba da ni da ba ma ga ma ba da ma ba da ni da ga ma ba da ma ba da ni da ba da ri da ga ri da ni da ga ri da ni da ri da ni da ba da ni da pa raja raja ba
Kamboji, composition of Sri Tyagaraja, set to Aditala.
ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಮುಖವನ್ನ ತೋರೋ ಬೇಗನೆ ಮುಖವನ್ನು ತೋರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಬಾಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗವನ್ನು ತೋರಿದ ತಾಯಿಗೆ ಜಗವನ್ನು ತೋರಿದ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಕ 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 ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿ ಶ್ರೀಕೃಷ್ಣ ಜಗದೋದ್ಧಾರಕ ನಮ್ಮ ಉಡುಪಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ ಬೇಗನೆ ಬಾರೋ 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 ಕೃಷ್ಣ ನೀ Krishna
That was Raga Yamuna Kalyani, composition of Sri Vyasarayar, set to Mishra Chapel.
Gangadhishwaram Shankaram 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 Sangameshwaram 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 Gangadhishwaram Shankaram Sangameshwaram Gangadhishwaram Shankaram Angam Adhanarishwaram Angam Adhanarishwaram Angam Ardhanarishwaram Angam Ardhanarishwaram Angam Ardhanarishwaram Angam Ardhanarishwaram Janjadadaram 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 Shivam Janjadadaram Shivam Gangadhishwaram Shankaram Sangameshwaram गङ्गाधीश्वरं शङ्करं मङ्गलाकारं मङ्गलाकारं महादेवं मङ्गलरूपं महेश्वरं मङ्गलाकारं महादेवं मङ्गलरूपं महेश्वरं लिङ्गोद्भवम् लिङ्गोद्भवं वैभवं लिङ्गोद्भवं वैभवम् ओङ्कारनादम् 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 ओङ्कारनादं सदा शिवं गङ्गाधीश्वरं शङ्करं सङ्गमेश्वरं सङ्गमेश्वरं गङ्गाधीश्वर गङ्गाधीश्वर गङ्गाधीश्वरं शङ्करं शिवशङ्करं शिवशङ्करं शङ्करं
That was composition of Guru Sri Surajananda in the raga Sindhu Bhairavi set to Aditalam. We shall conclude this recital with a Mangalam composed by Sri Tyagaraja set to Aditalam in the raga Saurashtra. I take this opportunity to thank Speak McKay for giving us this wonderful opportunity, and I thank my accompanying artists for today, Sri Edapalli Ajit Kumar sir on the violin, Sri Balakrishna Kamath sir on the mridangam, and Sri Varapalli Krishna Kumar sir on the ghata. Thank you again.
पवमान सुदुडु बटु बदायर बिंदमुलगु निनाम रूपमुलगु नित्य जय मंगलम दधीर नयन जगर जय दीविनुतमैन निनाम रूपमुलगु नित्य जय मंगलम
That was a beautiful, melodious, and captivating performance by our honorable artists, and I'm certain that all of us here thoroughly enjoyed it. Harshita will now proceed with the Q&A session.
That was a magical concert, sir. So as students, we have a few questions to ask you.
Thank
So,
you.
sir,
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
sir, you have had an incredible journey from engineering to pursuing full-time music. Most of us present here are college students, engineers, and from similar fields. We are standing on that crossroad where we are deciding on what to pursue further. So, what has motivated you to take that bold decision of switching professions, and how do we go about it?
Yeah. I'm really happy to talk to an engineering, I mean, are you an engineering student or?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Engineering student.
So, yeah. So I also did my engineering from 2003 to 2007. So during that time, I didn't really know whether I would become a professional musician or I would take up this as my only profession. I used to have I used to perform since I was like 15 years old. So it has been music always has been with me, but then I never knew that I would become, I mean, this would be my only profession. So it happened very organically. So I got, right opportunities at the right time. And it is after getting a lot of opportunities and a lot of feedback from people around you, because we have a support system, right? Especially for Carnatic music, there's a very healthy support system where you get a lot of, initially you get a lot of small opportunities in 10 minutes temple concerts and things like that, right? But each such opportunity matters a lot, and every time you perform you get a lot of feedback from people around you. You get actually a lot of feedback from yourself because you usually record all concerts, and then that's the first thing that you do, after coming home you listen to your recording. You're very eager to see how you did, so all those things happened, and every concert is a huge experience, gives you a lot of learnings. And then got bigger and bigger opportunities, and senior musicians started noticing you. I mean, like, they started giving a lot of comments, and slowly you get confidence, right? And you get a reassurance that actually, okay, I'm moving in the right path. So once that confidence kicks in, for me it happened very organically, and I slowly started getting this idea of taking music as a profession, or rather, I would want to put it in this way. Um, it was not enough balancing two professions or having music as one of the professions. Actually, was not enough for me. I wanted to do more. So it was, and then that, you know, spark, became big, and I wanted to do it somehow. That motivated me to take some steps, like going abroad and doing some work, and then because we have to be financially independent when we take that kind of a big step. We don't want to have any EMIs going on because it's a risky thing to do. So my wife was also very supportive of taking this decision, so we took the decision together. And then luckily my employer back then, so I worked in the IT industry for 8 years. So my last employer was very supportive of my career. So he said, okay, you go home, I mean, go back to India, and you can work remotely for some time, maybe do it like part-time. So that eased my transition, because it was not an abrupt thing. One fine morning, you don't have any income from that job. It's not like that. So and then organically, as my music career, um, as I became more busy in the music side, this became less. And then
from 2015, I've not been working at all in the IT industry. So it happened, it was not a very well planned thing. Some of the steps were planned, but um, I'm a spontaneous person. So I just take decisions based on what is good at that point of time. So it has worked out. So I'm happy that I made this decision. And I'm happy that I'm talking to you about this to someone like you. Yeah.
Great, sir. And also our fellow musicians, aspiring musicians here, what advice would you like to give them? They're all budding, aspiring to be musicians.
Um, so pretty much the only thing I have to tell is please follow your hearts. Your heart knows what is good or what is right for you. And I did just exactly that. Um, of course, you have to, there are some duties that you have to do as a musician. I mean, I feel that music will, motivate you to do all the hard work, right? I don't take credit for doing hard work because I've been made to do. So it's basically that inspiration. You have to actually look for inspirations all around. So what is the best way to get inspired, right? You listen to concerts, right? As musicians, we all have to listen, because that's when we get inspired. It's not only for budding musicians, it's also for a very seasoned vidwan and vidushi, because once we lose inspiration, right, it becomes a monotonous or a mechanical thing. So um, yeah, that's what I want to tell you. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. What is your personal take on how music has an impact on a person's life, as how their mind soothes their mind, their calmness, its impact and influence on one's personality?
um, So I have only a little bit of experience to talk about this. Um, from my personal experience of being an artist, of course, I don't have to tell you how excited I get when I perform, or how happy I get when I sing at home. There are a lot of um, you kind of when you explore a ragam, you kind of go back to a lot of your memories, and you kind of connect connect to your own memories and experiences, and it's a very emotional journey, right? And but for an audience, um, I can talk about it only from the experience that people share with me. I can see a lot of happiness, not in all concerts, but in the faces of people, who come and talk to me after a concert. I can sense a lot of happiness, and that is something that's very incredible. And of late, I've been seeing that quite a lot. Um, it's not like the words that they use. It's like you can see how happy a person is by looking at them, right? So that is a very what to say, I cannot describe it in words. It's a very blissful experience to see the happiness that we as musicians are able to share, or uh, create. Or it's not anything to be again, it's just music. It's the power of music. So we are just carriers. We are able to do something like that. Or yeah, other than that, I'm pretty sure it's a basic things, right? After a stressful day of work, it's always very calming to listen to some music. So that is pretty much a generic thing that everyone can obviously tell, right? Other than that, it's pretty much these things that I can tell from my experience. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Uh, We all have people to look up to and get inspired as role models, mentors. So, would you share a few words of wisdom with us that have helped you grow through life?
My gurus have inspired me tremendously. So, um, needless to say, of course, when I was in confused states, it's always the words from gurus that have encouraged me to continue without, or they've actually removed my confusions very easily. One such instance is when I was like very puzzled, when I didn't know whether to take up a job or not. When I was uh, I passed out in 2007, and I had some couple of offers in my hand. But that time I was very very confused whether to take up that offer, because I didn't know whether I didn't know what would happen to music when I take that decision. So my guru in Kerala, he said, music will always be there with you. You don't have to worry. Whatever you've learned will stay with you. Just go and take that job, and then when the situation is right, you'll be able to come back to music, or rather, you can take up music as a profession. But right now, just go and take up that job, and don't worry about losing music and all. That's never going to happen. Those words like really gave me a lot of courage to um, go in the path that I went. um, Other than that, my guru PSN Mama, PS Narayan Swami sir, he used to come for all my concerts. Not only my concerts, he used to go to all concerts of his disciples. That was a very very really a wonderful thing that I saw in him, because he is probably the most famous guru. He was the most famous guru and most sought after guru, and he made time to listen to each and every concert of his students. So I feel like that says a lot about how much he wanted to understand students' journey and students' music. And then he actually didn't give a lot of you know feedback out in the open, but then subtly he'll say something from which we have to kind of decode what he intended. But that was his way of telling that everything will be you'll figure out everything on your own. But if he had to give some feedback, he gave. But then more, here the talam was wrong, or here, those kind of feedback he never used to give, because he was very sure that we would all figure it out on our own. So yeah, some of the motivations I received from gurus, I wanted to share. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Indeed, gurus play a major role in our lives, and most of the time, or all the time, their teachings, sayings, and experiences remain
Their
with us.
way of life also.
Yes, so
Yeah,
they
not only
tend to
music.
influence a lot of how we also change our thought processes and then amend by that.
Right.
Do you have any unique compositions in your repertoire that you would like to share with us?
Unique repertoire.
Unique compositions in your repertoire? Do you have any collection compositions?
So as musicians, right, we always have to keep updating our repertoire. So every on a monthly or a weekly basis, I'm trying to update my repertoire. So there are a lot of new songs in my repertoire now, and I also compose. I mean, set a lot of compositions to tune. So that's been happening a lot in the last couple of years. I have set to tune 30 to 40 compositions, and
Lovely.
yeah. So that has been like very exciting because it's something other than usual. Usually it is just performing concerts. Not that it's bad or anything, but music is so vast and your role can be very very different. So I find a lot of joy in composing music as well. So that's been happening quite a lot. So those have you know uh, become new additions to my repertoire. Other than that, I've been able to find a lot of Malayalam compositions. I'm trying to popularize some of the Malayalam compositions of lesser known compositions, but they are all brilliant kritis. So yeah, we look for opportunities where we can explore more and things like that, because nowadays there are a lot of musicians. We all have to look for opportunities to see what lies beyond what is usually being performed. So yeah.
Yes, sir. Amazing. That's amazing. Sudesh Warrior sir has a question, I believe.
Sure.
Sir?
Yes, Namaskaram, Vishnudev. I'm Sudhir.
Namaskaram.
I have two questions. One is about your Bani. This question is about actually your PSN Mama. You are the famous guru. So what I have noticed when I was in Chennai, all PSN Mama students are having their own individuality. They never followed a PSN Bani, even though he belongs to that Shemangudi school. But all, whether it is you or whether it is Abhishek Raghuram or whoever from that school, they actually followed their own individuality. What is the secret of that?
Yeah. Obviously, the credit goes to him because he never used to insist on singing in a particular way. He really encouraged us to sing in our own style. So that is why you can see a lot of difference in the way we present ourselves. I mean, present a lot of even the compositions or even the Manodharmam approaches itself is very different. And there are if you look deeply, you can find a lot of common traits which comes with the lineage of Shamangudi Mama. The importance for Sarvalakru and all that you can see, but then you can see more differences than commonalities. So actually, Mama really encouraged us to find our music. So,
great.
Yeah.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
This is about the Korvai and Koruppa you did today. Okay, what is your opinion about this sharing the Korvai and Koruppa beforehand to the Mridangist and the violinist?
So I believe that if it is a very very complicated some mathematics, not only Korvai or Koruppa, whatever mathematics you are planning to, if you are planning something, then it makes sense to share with them because everybody will be in the same page and the impact will be much more. But if it is something very basic, even if it is a planned thing, but it's a basic thing which you are very sure that the accompanying artist will pick up like on the fly, then I think it is not necessary that you have to share upfront, because I mean, it's up to you. If you are very sure that you are going to present it, I think it is good to share with them upfront. But then sometimes you are in a doubt whether to sing this or that. Then it's not important to let them know in advance, because it's more like a spontaneous thing.
Cool.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all, Harshita, from my side.
Thank you, sir. Does anyone else from the audience, does anyone else want to ask any questions to sir? We are open to questions and answers. since I think the chat option might be disabled, you may send it to one of the co-hosts.
Oh,
Okay. So one last question from our side.
Sure.
So how has so Carnatic music and there's light music, classical music and light music. So how has a person singing both, like taking part, practicing both Carnatic and light music, what influence might he or she have in either of them due to the others and vice versa?
Yeah, it's a very good question, very valid question also, because many of us nowadays deal with different genres. So something that everyone goes through. So even me myself sings light music. I mean, sometimes sing light music just for the fun of it. Not I don't do a lot of stage shows, but then as a practicing Carnatic musician who has attempted to sing light music, what I can say is it is a slightly risky affair if you don't know how to manage the voice production in both the genres, because each one has its own individualistic voice usage, right? It's a You cannot sing Carnatic music in a light music's voice production because the flavor will be lost. Carnatic music has its own strong flavor, right? It depends on a lot of it depends on voice usage heavily, right? You cannot use your voice in a very light way. You have to do more of open throat. I'm not saying, harsh singing, loud singing. It's very different from open singing. But then light music is sometimes very closed singing. You don't push a lot. You have to hold back a lot, and then a lot of other types of dynamics are involved in light music singing. So if you are not able to switch between these two different types of voice production, then you better stick to one thing, whatever you like the most. But then if you can, you can take it as a challenge to shift, because if you are able to switch between both, then it will be helpful for both the genres, because there are some songs in the um, what to say, like film field or film songs field, that require you to push a lot, you sing openly. That also you can do, like Carnatic music or any classical music training will help you reach there. At the same time, some portion of classical music requires some advantages of light music singing. So you can actually, it will be mutually beneficial if you do that. But then you have to be like really very careful not to get influenced so much. I'm not I don't I mean, it's very difficult to give you the exact technical details, right? Because each voice is different. But generally, what I can say is that you have to be careful when you do that. If you want to present both the genres in its authentic form.
Yes, sir, absolutely. So with that, we come to the end of the question answer session. So, sir, if you have anything that you want to share with us.
It has been a very special evening for me, especially because it's very exciting to interact with young people after a concert, because usually you don't get to see a lot of young people in the audience. So it's very, very heartening to see young people in the audience, exclusively young people. So I mean, credit goes to Spick McKay. Spick McKay's role is very, very, very crucial in this area, because we need to encourage more and more young people to listen to classical music, because it's not an art form which you may fall in love with in the first hearing. It needs a little bit of, you know
continuous or back-to-back hearings. But then that is why it is important to give that exposure during the school days or college days. So I'm very happy to be associated with Speak McKay. As I said, this is the first time. Looking forward to a continued association with them. So yeah, on behalf of myself and my accompanying artists, yeah, I had a very the fortune of having a very good team today. Yeah, all of them are my friends, so very happy to have had their support as well. Very happy to have had conversations with you all, and thank you very much.
Great. I think we should have his offline concert here in VIT soon.
Would love that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you. Now I would like to call Shri to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you. That was a mesmerizing session. And on that note, I would like to take this opportunity to thank the artists, the supporters, and our love.
There seems to be a technical glitch. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. On
I
that
think,
note,
yeah, I
sorry.
think we lost our voice.
Okay. Sorry.
Harshita, I think you can continue
Yes.
with the vote of thanks.
On that note, I would like to thank the artists and all our lovely supporters for joining us today evening. To the artists, I would like to thank you for taking time from your busy schedules and being present here and giving us this wonderful concert for something that we would remember lifelong. And I would also like to thank the VIT management and the Students Welfare Committee for giving us this platform to host an amazing evening. To our lovely audience, I thank you all for joining and gracing us and increasing our happening for this evening. With that note, thank you all and see you next Saturday at the same time. Stay tuned for our next episode of our Rendezvous series. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you.